I need someone to explain this, because I know what I saw, and if this has happened to anyone else, please tell me. 3 nights ago, I created a completely normal Minecraft survival world. No mods, no LAN, no server. Just me. At least that's what I thought. It was a good seed. Forest biome, river nearby, a village maybe 200 blocks out. I built a small wooden house near the water, started farming, went mining. Everything normal. But on the second night, I noticed something wrong. Every single animal was facing the same direction. Every cow, every sheep, even the chickens. All of them frozen in complete silence, staring toward the forest. Not moving, not making a sound. Like something was standing just beyond the tree line, staring back at them. I walked into the forest to check. There was nothing there. Just trees, and a silence that felt too deliberate. The next day, while exploring, I found something in the middle of the forest. A single wooden door, standing alone. No walls, no structure, no village anywhere nearby. Just a door planted into one block of dirt like it had always been there. I stood in front of it for a few seconds, trying to understand what I was looking at, then opened it. Normal forest terrain on the other side. No hidden cave, no room, nothing. I broke the door and left. Hours later, passing through the same part of the forest, the door was back. Same spot, same position, completely intact. That night, I went mining. A simple branch mine beneath my house. Torch every few blocks. Stone and coal and iron. Everything normal until I stopped moving and heard it. Footsteps. Not cave ambience, not a zombie. Footsteps on stone coming from behind me. One step, then another. Slow and careful. Exactly the sound another player makes when they're trying not to be heard. When I turned around, the tunnel was empty. But one of my torches was gone. I kept going deeper. Eventually, I found a tunnel I definitely hadn't dug. 2 blocks high. Walls hacked messily through solid stone. Random turns. Passages that just stopped mid-block, like whoever was digging had suddenly lost interest. At the end of it was a small, square room. Every wall was covered floor to ceiling with wooden signs. Dozens of them, maybe more. And every single one said the same thing. I see you too. Over and over until there was no space left. I sprinted back to my house, shut the door, and sat there staring at the screen, trying to convince myself it was a generation glitch. A weird seed artifact, anything explainable. Then the chat box opened on its own. I wasn't typing, I hadn't touched anything. A message appeared. Observer. You found my tunnel. My hands went cold. This was a single-player world. No server, no LAN, no open connection of any kind. There was no mechanism by which another player could send me a message. But the text sat there on the screen, perfectly calm, like it had been waiting for me to read it. The copies. After that night, things started appearing in parts of the map I hadn't visited yet. Cobblestone pillars in the middle of fields. Small farms with crops already grown. Torches placed deep in cave systems. And then, houses. Houses built to the exact dimensions of mine. Same wood, same window placement, same chest layout, sitting empty in random clearings. Not similar, identical. Like someone had studied my house from every angle and reconstructed it from memory, over and over. Each copy slightly more accurate than the last. Something followed me. The footsteps came back the next time I went mining, but this time they were closer. Every step I took, I heard a second step just behind it, slightly delayed, precisely placed, like something was moving through the exact same space I had just left. Always out of sight. always just around the last corner. The chat opened again. Observer. You move differently than before. That night, I went to sleep in my bed. When I woke up, the house looked normal for about 3 seconds before I realized something was off. The door was on the wrong wall. The furnace had moved. The chests were on the opposite side of the room. The windows were reversed. Everything in my house had been flipped, perfectly, deliberately mirrored, like someone had disassembled it, block by block in the dark, and rebuilt it backwards while I slept. I ran outside. The chat opened. Observer. I built this world first. Observer. You are only visiting. The game started lagging, chunks loading wrong, the sky darkening even though it was midday. Then, Observer. I watched you build. Something made me run to the world's spawn point. I don't know what, just an instinct. When I got there, I found 2 broken beds placed side by side, 2 spawn points, set by 2 different players at the beginning of the world. The chat opened one final time. Observer. When you leave, this world becomes empty again. A pause. Then, Observer. And I will be alone. My screen froze. My character began moving forward on its own. One step, then another, walking toward the forest, toward the place where the door had been. Then the game closed. No crash report, no error. It just closed. When I reopened Minecraft, my world was gone. The save file had vanished like it had never existed. But there was a new world in the list, one I never created, named Observer_world. The creation date was from 2 years ago, 2 years before I had ever installed Minecraft. I stared at it for a long time before I noticed something else. For just a fraction of a second, before the world list fully loaded, the chat box appeared. A single message flashed on screen and disappeared almost too fast to read. _Observer.